Morning. So there's a few things going on. I hate to start it off like this again, but it was a young lady, 6 years old. She got shot in her foot off of Langston Place, Southeast, late last night. Family was coming in from the grocery store, gunshots. She got shot in the foot. Off of Eastern Avenue, sounds like it was a drive-by shooting. Bullet went through a lady's window, hit a bookcase, and she said that the bullet somewhat grazed her on her jaw. And she was saying last night how she could still feel the burn from the bullet, from her jaw or whatever. But the bullet didn't hit anybody. But the lady had 5 kids in her house. Five kids. And then heard a story about a man holding the lady hostage at the Target in Forestville. That's right around the corner from my house. And I've always been one to say, man, every time I go down there, that there's police sitting outside. And I mean, luckily, they were there to stop this dude. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured. From what I heard, I think somebody inside got stabbed. I think he stabbed somebody in the. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think he stabbed somebody inside the Target, and then as he went outside, police confronted him, and he grabbed the hostage with a knife. But what I'm saying is, the hostage didn't get harmed. They took the man down with a taser, apprehended him, and I believe that the person who got stabbed inside will be okay. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, I've been somewhat of somebody who feels like, when I go to establishments in this area, I've noticed that, there's always a police there. Even if it's somewhere to eat, Buffalo Wild Wings, different venues, there's always a police officer posted up. Fridays, and then it's just funny how I go to some of my favorite spots, in the areas that I go to, and there's no police. There's no young riffraff. There's no drama. It's just, people who go to work every day, got off work, want to get a drink, watch the games, watch the news, watch ESPN, have, regular conversations with each other at the bar, whatever, and it's just different when I come on my side of town. And that's unfortunate because I feel like we could have that same type of freedom. It's just we have some individuals in our community that just don't allow it. So it's like you find yourself having to drive, you find yourself having to drive out further. Come on, brother. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Come on, man. It's too early for this. I swear, y'all, these people out here that drive, man, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Pay attention to what you're doing with that cigarette in your mouth, man. Cigarettes kill anyway. I swear, man. These people that drive with these Virginia tags, a little off subject, but these people that drive with these Virginia tags, man, they are the worst, man. The worst. So to get back on topic, it's sad that some, I'm gonna say some, not all, some individuals in our community don't allow us to be great and don't allow us to, have certain freedoms and certain liberties that other areas may have. And I mean, I don't drive too far. I don't drive out too far, but I do like to frequent, a few different venues, that are not in my direct, area, but I mean, it may be, a couple miles away. I go to some venues that might be, 15, 20 minutes away from this area, and it's not too far. So for me now, it's not a big issue, but it's just sad that you have to drive outside the area of where you live to enjoy yourself without, walking in an establishment and seeing the police right at the front door. And mind you, the police, do their job for the most part in the areas that they're in, because I mean that's, it's needed. It's needed, and I get that. So it's just sad that you have to drive, 20, maybe 30 minutes outside your area where you live to enjoy yourself, comfortably, without it being the police posted up, or without, some type of, nonsense flaring up and something happening and somebody getting hurt. And, I mean, of course the police are there to prevent all of that, but I just compare it because, I frequent a few places, and it's just like the places that I frequent, there's never any police there, and there's never any issues. I mean, the customer service, for the most part, is always on point. And I mean, luckily for me, I'm a frequent flyer at some of these places, so they know my face as soon as I come in the door. So they ready to, have a conversation, and give me that great customer service. So, I mean, again, I just feel like overall, with this whole, Colin Kaepernick situation with Nike, and then New Balance coming out, saying that they support Trump. And I mean, my man commented on my post yesterday saying that, a lot of these companies support Trump. And they do. The only reason why I posted that article was because we got at home a DMV guy, and he has a company, and he just partnered with New Balance, to do this shoot. And a lot of people want to support him, rather did support him. So I thought it was just interesting to see what his next move would be, and interesting to see whether people would continue to support, him with the shoe. I mean, his clothing line, is doing fine. It's doing phenomenal, because I went into a couple, shoe cities and downtown locker rooms, and he's, he in there. But I just posted it in regards to the shoe in general. I mean, because there's a lot of companies that support Trump, man. There's a lot of companies that support Trump, man. I mean, it is. There's a lot of companies that say that Trump is doing his thing. I mean, this joker got a flat tire, and he driving, don't even have his four ways on. So this is the type of stuff I'm talking about, y'all. I mean, this dude got a flat tire. He's driving on the highway, but he does not have his four ways on. Anyway, so yeah, so there's a lot of companies out here that support Trump, and I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, I thought it was also interesting that New Balance made that statement, because it was just a controversial, conversation going on between DC and Baltimore, trying to figure out who wore New Balance first, or who made New Balance popular first. And one of the videos that I saw online was of this younger guy from Baltimore. You can clearly tell he was from Baltimore, because he had that Baltimore talk, and he was young. And so I didn't take any offense to it, because I felt like he was going off of what he knew in his time frame. And he starts saying, numbers like 2005 and 2006, 2004, we was rocking New Balance. I was like, wait a minute, what? There's no comparison, young man. We've been rocking New Balance in the DC area specifically, I mean, since the early 80s. You hear me? I mean, in terms of fashion, in the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, shit, we was killing. We was killing, man. Who remember them Sergio Tacchini outfits with the all white K-Swiss or the all white Filas? Shit, the cream Filas. Woo! The cream Filas was fire. You hear me? Or the Asics, the Tigers, with the gold tip on the front, with the blue stripes. What? Come on, man. So when it came to fashion, DC we was all over it, Slim. The Fila sweatsuits with the Filas and the Sergio Tacchini Blickies, the K-Swiss, and the New Balance. Remember the Lottos? Y'all remember the Lottos? Where you could take the emblem off because it had the little Velcro on the back, and you could put the different colors on the shoes. Man, what? And Jokers used to mix and match them jumps. Man, what? Man. So, and then we had the Sauconies. See, I'm taking y'all back now. I'm really showing my age now when we talk about the Sauconies, man. So yeah, I mean, is it Sauconies or Saucony? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Man. So yeah, so when it come to fashion, we was all over that, man. And New Balance was the staple, man. 993s, you know. I mean, I can't even the 1300s, the 574s. Man, what? Man, we killed New Balance. So there was no comparison between whether DC or Baltimore made New Balance hip, man. The DC area made New Balance hip. And we've been wearing New Balance for years. They comfortable ass shoes, and they was a fashion statement. One, I mean, in the beginning, one, they was a fashion statement. Two, after we started wearing them damn shoes and we felt how comfortable they were, we were like, oh, hell yeah. And then they just went with everything. You had on the fresh gray pair of New Balance with some jeans or some shorts, white crispy t-shirt and a hat. Your outfit was done. You was done. You ain't had to do shit else. You get you a younger real quick. Hey, shawty, what's up? Hey, what's going on, shawty? So yeah, so you know, we made that shit popular off the break. So it was no comparison. So you know, I wasn't posting the comment to you know, make it seem like I wasn't aware, you know, that companies out here were supporting Trump. I was just posting it to see what type of comments I would get because there was some interesting things going on, you know, directly in our area, you know, that reflected from the New Balance brand. So you know, that's why I posted it. And lastly, you know, just lastly, you know, just a, you know, food for thought, man. You know, sometimes when it comes to you know, talking to people, you know, depending on, you know, what type of day they're having, you know, what they have on their mind. I mean, because a lot of times we don't know what people thinking, and we don't know, you know, why people come off, you know, overly aggressive at times, you know, when they do. And sometimes it's not necessarily targeted at you, the individual. Sometimes it's you know, sometimes it's just a lashing out of them already feeling a certain type of way about whatever it is that's going on in their life, and it just spills over into your conversation with them. And my only suggestion, my only tip would be remain humble, speak clearly, you know, speak your thoughts, but don't take that shit personal, man. Especially if it's a, you know, a good friend, family member, you know, somebody that you know, you love dearly. You know, I mean, if it's some old random clown, then shoot your shot. You know, do what you feel. You know, I mean, I still try to remain peaceful, but I'm just saying, if it's somebody close to you, if it's somebody in your circle, your family, somebody close to you, try not to take it too personal, man, because a lot of times it don't have nothing to do with you. Sometimes it may have something to do with something going on in their life that you don't know about, and it comes off to you as if, why the fuck you talking to me like that? And we got to get out of that mindset that we got to automatically, have a battle or fight somebody when it's really not necessary. And I mean, only reason why I say that is because we just don't know, what that person could be going through. And I mean, y'all could be having a conversation and talking about something specific, and that person may ask you something, you may give them an answer, they may go no, but that's, and then you find yourself going back and forth, and it's just like, make your statement, speak what you know, and then be done. Walk away. Don't let that shit frustrate you the rest of the day, the rest of the night, whatever. If you got to go meditate, pray, whatever you got to do, just don't let that shit hinder you, because there's so much other shit going on out here, and we need each other, man. We need our family. We need our friends. We need our circle. I take my circle. I take my family and my close circle of friends, and even some of my associates, I take that shit very personal, because I feel like without a lot of them in my life, I would not have been able to get to the point where I am now. I mean, I still talk to people, who I haven't spoke to in years. And when I speak to them, it's good to hear their voice. It's good to see them. It brings back good memories between us and just those times that we had when we met, or when we, first met and hooked up and got together or whatever. And I just feel like at this point, it's so much shit going on out here, y'all, that we cannot keep, taking every little thing so fucking personal to the point where it's making us mad or upset at somebody for days and days and days at a time. It just does not need to be like that. And the only reason why I'm speaking on this is because I had a situation yesterday myself with somebody, and I could just tell, that something was going on with them. Because as I was responding to them, my inside was like, what? And right then and there, I knew that it ain't had nothing to do with me. It had all to do with them and what they was going through. Because a lot of times, some people think that maybe because of their age or what they've been through or whatever the case may be, that they smarter than you. And granted, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You might know more than me in certain areas. That's true. But there are some areas that old boy is smart in. And one of the areas that this person was talking to me about the other day, I'm well versed in. And I'm not going to go back and forth with somebody about something that I'm well versed in because they think they know better than me. That's fine. If you think you know better than me, that's fine. I'm not about to go back and forth with you about that. I'm not. So, yeah. It's just way too much shit going on out here for us to be battling each other over some minute petty shit that really don't, deserve the energy to be upset or be arguing back and forth about. It's just not that serious. So yeah, my prayers go out to the young lady, 6-year-old who got shot in her foot. They say she gonna be okay, so that's all good. Prayers go out to the lady who bullet went through her window with her 5 kids. Definitely praying for them. And praying for the person who got stabbed in the target, man. And also praying for the mindset of the lady who got taken hostage in the parking lot. And shout out to PG County Police, because they showed up and did their thing. They did their job. They did what they were supposed to do. Like I say, luckily, I'm gonna assume that the police that probably encountered that person first was one of the people that probably still work there in the parking lot, where they in the parking lot or whatever. So yeah, I heard that the Redskins got a game coming up. Not sure when it is, but I'm hoping they can get that victory. And I think the Nationals, looking like some shit right now. But I'm still rocking. Still rocking them today. And yeah, so my whole point for the video this morning was just, man, we got to be easy, man. We got to be easy, man. Senator Cory Booker, shout out to Senator Cory Booker, who is threatening to release some information that he got in regards to Republicans holding on to some secret literature in regards to racially profiling blacks, and something in regards to this new justice that they're trying to get in, Kavanaugh. There's something shaky going on, y'all. And guess what? With Trump, it's always something that's gonna be shaky with this clown, because he at the point now where he can't hide none of this shit no more, because it's all too out in the open. So he just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do me. And I ain't mad at him. He the president. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be easy, man, and try to show love towards one another best we can, man, because we all we got, man. We all we got, man. So we gotta be easy towards each other, man. Try to show love towards one another a little bit more often, and stop showing all this fucking hate, all this back and forth, all this knick-knack, patty-whack, give a dog a bone bullshit, because it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. I mean, everybody is against us, man. I was listening to a old album, Dirty. The group is called Dirty, and they got a song, either you gonna love us or you against us. There's no in between. I sit and wonder why. The song is very prevalent to what we going through right now. It's like, either you gonna love us or either you gonna hate us. There's no in between. You know what I mean? And it really isn't. There's no in between. Either you gonna fuck with me or you don't fuck with me. And I was telling my coworker the other day that I would rather people be who the fuck they are without all this apologetic bullshit, so I can know how to see you and view you and deal with you when I see you or when I come across you, instead of you being one way and then next minute, I'm sorry, I apologize. For what? What you apologizing for? For being who the fuck you are? Don't apologize for that. Be who you are, so people can know how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? All this apology, all this, nah, fuck that. Be who you are, so we can know how to deal with your ass. You feel me? Because sometimes people need ass whoopings. Sometimes people just need stern talking tos, and we just need to be able to know who you are. Like this clown I just watched on a video not too long ago. Some clown was white dude was approaching this black pregnant lady. Old head, jumped in and told the white dude to be easy. I can hear him saying, but you walking up and getting in her face. And the white dude kept talking shit. Man, the old head pulled his gun out. Man, get the fuck out of her face. Hey, we need more of that, man. Amen. We need more of that. We need more of protecting our own, man. And I'm pretty sure that dude, it didn't look like the dude knew the lady, but he just stepped up and he stood in and he diffused the situation. I'm hoping he had a motherfucking concealed carry license, because it was on video, so I'm hoping he had that. But at the end of the day, man, he stepped in, man, and we need more of that. And that's what I mean. Love, triggers us to do a whole lot of shit that's good, man. Protection, looking out, talking to, just all types of good shit. So we need to love each other more and eliminate this hate bullshit, because it's crazy, man. I mean, this whole thing, like I said again, with Nike, and then with people burning they shit. I heard a story that a motherfucker was burning some Nike products and end up burning his whole fucking house down. Man. And I mean, shit, shout out to Nick Cannon, man. Went in the Nike store, bought all the Nike socks in the store and passed them out to the homeless. Just do it. Just do it, man. So let's be easy. Let's be positive. You know, let's be a little bit more, for each other. You know, let's stop trying to, whenever somebody make a comment or a statement or say something, we automatically, making it a perception that that person don't necessarily know what the fuck they talking about or that they not hip, man. We all hip in our own way, man. We all are, man. And I mean, if we just trying to get an understanding of where the other person's coming from, that's one thing. But to try to make that person feel like they don't know what they know, come on, y'all. We got to do better, man. So, hope y'all having a good week thus far. I'm going to try to finish this week on a good note. And hopefully I'll see y'all again soon, man. Be better than you were yesterday, man. Be easy.